Hi, it's Jamie with UK Extension, and today we're talking about figs, commonly, or Latin name Ficus, but commonly known as figs. Not only are there edible figs that we can grow in the landscape, but there's many tropical figs that make pretty good house plants. I want to start with the most common of the group, which is weeping fig, or Ficus benjamina. And while it's a good plant, you need to understand some quirky things about it. While this is a durable plant and once happy indoors can grow there for years, this is very sensitive to any change in environment. Literally, you move it from one side of the room to the other, drops leaves, sometimes all the leaves, depending on how much different the new growing conditions are from the old growing conditions. A slight temperature change, slight change in light will create a stress response, which means dropping foliage. You've all made a fig naked before. I have too, of this particular type. Leaf drop is the biggest issue. So just be aware that once you get in a spot where it's happy, it needs to stay there. However, fortunately, there are some slightly more durable figs that are just as easy to grow, but don't have quite the leaf shedding characteristic, or not to the same degree that this weeping fig does. A couple that you wouldn't necessarily even think were related would be this one, which is Fiddleleaf fig. It's very popular right now, has these huge leaves, and it's a very amenable houseplant. I'm not saying it's indestructible. Any houseplant is going to want reasonable humidity, high light levels in the home, and regular watering to the plant's specific needs. But this one's a little more durable, does take a little more moisture than this one because of the large leaves. Another one that gets overlooked in the Ficus family is the durable rubber plant. This is Ficus elastica, or rubber plant as it's commonly known. This is a dark leaf variety called burgundy. You can also find these with green leaves. These are incredibly durable. My co-worker Kevin has one of these. He and I did on a terrarium project probably 10 or 15 years ago, and it's on his windowsill. It was this big when we started, and he now has a 3 to 4 foot specimen. Sorry about that. The other ficus that you don't encounter quite as often, that's wonderful and more of a large tree like these, is the banana leaf fig, or Ficus alii. This is a wonderful plant. It's somewhere in the middle about leaf drop. It's not nearly as sensitive as this, not quite as durable as this. But when you're thinking figs or ficus, great small trees for indoors. They will get large, so if you're thriving with one, they can be 15, 20 feet. Expect some pruning. Watch out for all the common household pests. But this one, great plant, maybe not the easiest for beginners. These are a little bit better choices. So think about ficus and figs, wonderful large plants for indoors, provided you give them a little bit of what they need.